Okay, YouTubers, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel. So today's video, we're going to talk about another White House snafu, debacle, screw up, whatever you want to call it. We're going to talk about this stupidity that just happened the other day. The White House had I think, Trans Visibility Day or some kind of LGBT event at the White House. This is where they flew the LGBT flag at the White House, or rather they had it draped over at the banister at the White House and next to two American flags. Now, that in itself, from what I'm starting to read, that is a U.S. flag code violation, but nothing's going to happen even if it is. You think this administration cares? No. They're sitting there pushing a sick agenda with a bunch of sick individuals who visited the White House. These sick individuals that visited the White House were acting a fool. And this is what happens, guys, when you invite psych patients to your home. They don't know how to act. They act a fool. They take their shirts off and they start shaking their fake breast. This transgender individual, who is a man, who got breast augmentation or breasts, whatever the fuck, decided that it was a good idea at the White House, after talking to Biden, to take his top off and start shaking his titties. Okay. Then two other individuals next to this person started doing the same thing. Now, one of them was a transgender man, which is a woman trying to be a man, showing off his scar tissue. It was disgusting. It was disgusting in itself. But what was more disgusting was the behavior at the White House. That was the more disgusting thing. Now, listen, if that trans individual was at a parade and did that, so be it. Fine. That's your event to do it. Not a family-friendly event, but a pride event for adults. Fine. But to do it at the White House, and then the White House, they saw this when it happened. It wasn't like they weren't looking. Secret Service is everywhere. They're like hawks over there. They're watching. They got cameras and shit and fucking looking satellite. They're watching everything that's going on at this event. At least I hope they are. And this individual takes his shirt off, starts shaking his breast around, and they don't say anything then. So then it gets out to the public, and now the White House is like, uh-oh, we gotta damage control. And then Biden goes, that was not great. That was embarrassing. Like, it's fucking forced speech to sit there and say that he wasn't proud of what happened, that he was disappointed. I'm like, dude, you set up when you see the crazy people coming to the White House, waving like fucking morons, fucking overacting their role as a woman, you see this fucking craziness coming at you, you're like, okay, we fucked up. And then right then and there, you could have been like, you know what, we're not going to hold this event. But no, instead, they wanted to go pride retarded and did this shit with these crazy individuals. Now, are there people in the LGBT community that would have been way more respectful? Definitely. I'm not going to argue that. There are probably some prompt people out there with suits and ties and shit that would have probably been a way better representative for the LGBT community than the knuckleheads they fucking invited. Remember, they had Dylan Mulvaney interviewing Biden. Dylan Mulvaney, this motherfucker who's pretending to be a woman. Now, he is truly pretending to be a woman because he's not getting any kind of surgery done. This fucking guy interviews the president of the United States, a psych patient. You got veterans who want to talk to Biden and they want nothing to do with that veteran interviewing Biden or being around Biden. But Dylan Mulvaney, the psych patient that he is, can sit there in front of fucking Biden and interview him. You got psych patients interviewing the president of the United States, the leader of the free world. And this is what we come down to. Now, of course, the world is laughing at us because with that other guy, I forgot that other dude's name, this clown and Dylan Mulvaney, and now this fucking act, this is getting out of control. We have zero leadership in this country when you allow this shit. Even the transgender community was embarrassed by this shit. You had transgender people going, what the fuck is that? So if the transgender community is embarrassed by this, the LGBT community was embarrassed by this, you really fucked up. But the thing is, they don't vet the people that come there. Apparently they don't, because if they would have vetted this dude, they would have been like, no, we can't let them in. Listen, you think they're going to let me interview President Biden? They're going to look at my YouTube channel and be like, no, that's a hard fucking no. Keep in mind, I'm an American citizen. I've done my shit with the fucking city here and all that other shit. None of that matters because I'm not a psych patient. I'm not swinging my dick around on fucking YouTube. I'm not being an asshole. So that's the prerequisites to get into the White House. Being an asshole, swinging your dick or your titties around, whatever the fuck it is. They're not gonna let me do it, or be interviewed, or have me interview him. Sorry, but you're transgender. That's all you need. That's all you need these days, to fucking pretend to be something you're not, and you're in. Now, of course, guys, I think a lot of the country is embarrassed by this act. And of course, I think this person's name is Montoya, right? So, whatever, never heard of this. Apparently, it's a famous TikToker or some shit like that. Who knows? And this is why I don't have TikTok. Because, I mean, like, the stupidity on TikTok and the people who tell me, oh, you should see this on TikTok. I don't want to lose a brain cell. I don't smoke weed because I don't want to lose a brain cell. I definitely don't want to look at TikTok because I don't want to lose 2 brain cells. I don't have a lot to begin with, and I have to keep what I have, so I have to stay away from those 2 things. Nonetheless, guys, all of this shit that's coming off of TikTok and being invited into the White House is fucking insane. It's just insane. They don't honor, at least I haven't seen them honor troops the way they're honoring LGBT. A group of people who are so minute and small in this country, who have their own month. They don't need this overbearing bullshit. I mean, look what Starbucks did. Starbucks started pulling back on pride shit because people were complaining. More people were complaining than usual. A lot of companies are pulling back, but then you have other companies that are dropping the hammer and moving forward. I don't get it. Nonetheless, guys, a lot of people are getting tired of this LGBT shit. Matter of fact, LGBT people are getting tired of this LGBT shit. You know it's bad when you have gay people going, enough. Enough with the rainbow flag and the fucking dick swinging and the chopping the kids' dicks off shit. Enough. When you start pissing off LGBT people, you know you got a problem. Anyway, guys, this is The Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel, and I will see you in the next video.